Hello everyone, myself Jay Waghani, and today I will going to deal with power, media, and the truly educated person, cultural studies of Noam Chomsky's ideas. Here are the details, table of content. A research question is: how does Noam Chomsky's concept of media power explain the influence of digital and social media on public opinion in contemporary India? Second is what role does critical education or media literacy play in helping individuals resist manipulation and develop independent thinking in today's information saturated society? Hypothesis is in contemporary India. Media functions as a powerful ideological tool that shapes public perception and political discourses. However, individuals with higher levels of critical awareness or education are more capable of recognizing and resisting these manipulative narratives, aligned with Noam Chomsky's idea of the truly educated person. So here is an introduction. Let's start with one quote of Noam Chomsky. The smart way to keep people possessive and obedient is the strictly limited the spectrum of acceptable opinion. So in today's digital era, it is not give us only information or knowledge. It is shaped our thinking and also perceive reality. And Noam Chomsky is leading a critic to media and political power, but it is controlling us not through stresses, but through the our independence thinking. It is tells us that how you think normally. And this study explores Chomsky's view of power, media, and education through a cultural studies lenses, examines how his ideas remaining deeply relevant in contemporary India's digital and media landscape. So, through this, we can see example of this 2025's elections. Like at that time, there were in TVs and magazines there were ads like ads of people's emotion and everything, but they are not focusing on larger things like jobless persons. Theoretical background. So cultural studies explores how power operates through ideology, media, and cultural representation. So here I put this Antonio Gramsci's introduced the concept of hegemony, the way ruling classes maintain control not by forcing but through cultural consents. Uh, Stuart Hall he gives encoding and decoding. So here I am giving one example that if in magazine there is come advertisement of economic, then who are the decoding person who will be happy to show this, and but decoding person who is jobless, they will be not satisfied. In manufacturing consents, Noam Chomsky and Edwards S. Herman proposed the propaganda model showing how media serves elite interested through filters like ownership, advertising, and political influence. So as we see that TVs in magazines and TVs, there are so many advertisement, but they are not being against of it, because if there is a advertisement of politics, then politics is in ownership, then they are not able to being against of it and questioning them. Chomsky argues that media shapes consents, controlling what the public perceives as the truth. Media as an instrument of power. So media does not merely reflect reality, it constructs it by selecting and framing information. According to the Stuart Hall, representation in media shapes how people perceiving the world and reinforce existing power structures. Chomsky argues that this process maintains ideological control while giving an illusion of free choices. The Indian context in India, um, Indian media, there is a consolidations and political influence having raised concerns about objectively and manipulation. Issues such as media trials, paid news, and digital propaganda replaced Chomsky's idea of manufactured contents. In platforms like Twitter and YouTube and Instagram, there are so many things about politics. uh, continuous so cultural impact continuous exposure to selective media narrative shapes is the national identity, values, and public opinion. Media becomes what Louis Althusser called an ideological state, operates tools to maintain a dominant ideology. So real life Indian example, there was this farmer protest in 2020 and 2021. The national media conversed the farmers protest show a clear difference in farming. Some channels label at that time some channels were labeled protest as anti-national or misland, while interpreted platforms like Wire, Scroll, and Alter News pretends farmers' voice directly. This reflects Chomsky's propaganda model, where mainstream media aligns with cooperated and political power, shaping public perceptions. So WhatsApp and social media misinformation. So during election, 2019 Lok Sabha elections, at that time in WhatsApp there were so many videos were uploaded that about goody things about politics. Algorithms amplified emotionally charges or nationalist message is a real example of how digital media manufactures constant and controls ideology. The truly education. Chomsky says that true education is in questioning authority, critical thinking, and seeking truth beyond appearance. If you are a really educated person, then you are able to questioning the authority. An educated person analyze structure of power, not just memories facts. Contrast with illustration education. Modern education offers promotes obedience over inquiry. And here is a cultural resistance through education. I have give here one protest of the student educational and cultural movement of Ladakh. Here is a digital age relevance, how social media memes and that all things are challenging to our critical thinking. And power of independence media, rise of alternative news sources, fact checking platforms, and citizen journals. Here I also give one example of Boom Live and all. The educated citizens in democracy, education for its intellectual independence, informed voting, civic engagement, and resistance propaganda. Okay. And conclusion, media shapes is modern culture. True education empowers individuals to question, resist manipulation, and engaging critically. Chomsky's ideas are crucial for understanding how culture and politics influence through media. We are closing it with one quote, that education is system of impinged ignorance. The task is to free the mind. Noam Chomsky. Okay, so my learning outcome is that you should also apply that as we are a student of or a digital era, or we are a digital citizens, so we should more focus. We are filled with every this things that there are so many things come second and second, there is notification are coming constantly. So I learned that from Chomsky that firstly we should cross check it, that is this information is real or it is for a manipulation. So as sir is also talk about it so many times that we should cross check it, and this was my learning outcome. Here are references, and thank you. If you have any question, then you can ask.
Jay, my question is, what dangers arise when media becomes entertainment?
Okay, so when media is become entertainment, firstly, people will forget about thinking critically, and they are do not they will not focus in on major things like poverty and climate changes. They will focusing on these celebrities' personal life and their debates and everything. So it can be.
So, Jai, my question is, in your view, what does that truly mean to be educated in the digital era?
In my view, okay. In my view, as, uh, we should not educated for only degrees. We should as I told in my learning outcome that we should cross checking everything, and we should be constantly our mind uh, uh, active. That and education. I want to give a thing that you only focus if you want to being educated person, then you focus in one two things. First is you should also being curious or also skepticism person. Okay, this was from my side. Thank you.